help to make your upper back a little bit more spacious as you do that. So be aware when you're sitting, that's your foundation. So you want to feel grounded into your foundation, not rigid, but so that you are able to create that power from your seat and feel it rise up. So allowing both sit bones to stay grounded. Take your hands onto your knees. Let your palms face down this time, just for grounding purposes. We're still taking the first finger and thumb to touch, allowing the hands to rest on the knees. Notice here my arms are straight with this type of mudra, and we're lengthening through the crown. We want the chin parallel to the floor, and feeling that the spine is really strong within you, but the space around it is expansive. So as you're here, you're getting tall up the spine with your breath in and widening out wide. Then with the exhale, you're still keeping that tall internal length, but then you're compressing what you just brought in. You're squeezing it into your midline. So again, inhale, it's a powerful breath and it's rising up with the spine. And as we're exhaling, we're drawing that inward, and I want you to start to feel a little bit of drawing in of your pelvic muscles. Deep inhale, expanding up and wide. And with the exhale, again, we're compressing that energy inward. Squeeze the low belly and the pelvic floor up. A few more breaths this way, and feel the power that you can generate just by creating this breath. And the exhale provides that strength, that internal power that we're going to use through the practice. Set your intention. So what do you want to get out of this time here? I personally am looking for a little clarity through my mind. I find that there's a lot of news going on, and I just need to have a little bit more focus. I also think that this practice is going to be beneficial to help release those tensions out of the physical body. So that's why we're going to take it a little slower today. I want to be able to feel my muscles as they open up, and I want to feel my joints as they release. With your next inhale, gently smile and open the eyes. Reach the arms up. As we exhale, take the left hand to your right knee, and your right hand just reaches behind you. Inhale to come back up through center. Reach the arms up, and exhale, twist to the left. As you're doing this, you're still maintaining that strong spine. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, twist to the left. But as you're twisting, I want you to feel that engagement in the abdominals. Inhale, up through center, and again, exhale to the left. And it's a strong exhale. Draw the low belly in. Inhale to come up through center. We're changing it here. Right hand down and left arm reaches over. Coming up through center as we inhale. You can use the hand that's on the floor to help you come up. Exhale to the left, and I'm using that left hand to push me back up through center. And exhaling over to the right. Inhale through center, and exhale to the left. Inhale, center. One more on each side. See if you can get a little lower, but keep pushing the left hip down. Inhale up, both arms up, and exhale to the left. And this time we're pushing the right hip down. Inhale to come up, both arms up. Interlace the fingers and exhale the palms to the ceiling. As we inhale, look up to the backs of the hands. As we exhale, press the palms to the front of the room and tuck your chin really close into your chest. Inhale to bring the head up again, lift the chin, look to the knuckles. Exhale to round, like you're trying to touch the front wall with your palms. Inhale to come up, reaching the arms up, arch the back, lift the chin, push the chest forward. Last one here, we exhale to round. Now I want you to stay rounded, just reach over towards the right. The arms are parallel to the floor, exhaling through center, inhaling arms towards the left. Your hands are still interlaced. Exhale back to center. Get that low belly to squeeze. One more over to the right as we inhale. The head is still reaching towards the knuckles. Exhale back to center. We're trying to open up the upper back. One more. Over to the right. The arms are, left. The arms are parallel to the floor. And exhale, coming back to center. Let's reach the arms up. Inhale. Release the hands behind you as we exhale, taking the palms to your low back. I'll turn this way so you can see me. So my hands are here. As we inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest. As we exhale, round the back, and then the palms flip to face outward. Elbows point towards the front of the room. And as we inhale, we lift the chest, the palms come to the low back, lift the chin, and exhale to round. The palms face out and the elbows point forward. One more like that. Inhale to lift, the palms flatten, the chest goes forward, and exhale to round. Palms face outward, elbows point forward. Inhale to a neutral spine, keeping the hands by your side or on your knees. Right arm up as we inhale, right hand to the left ear, and exhaling right ear, right shoulder. Soften through your left side. Breathe into the left side of the neck. Maybe here, close the eyes and just imagining the breath flowing through that left side of the neck. And as we inhale, come back through neutral, the hand to the knee, the head to the ceiling, and we switch sides. Take your time as you go. I don't want you to pull with that left hand. Just be mindful we're using the hand as a weight to help open up the right side of the neck. So be intentional of your movement. We're just trying to focus on opening up that right side. Take one more breath in here. And as we exhale, release, and let's go to table pose. Taking the block out of the way, placing it aside. When you get to your table pose, we have our hands under our shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale to lift the chin, lift the tailbone. Exhale and round. Notice you want to really push out of the floor and point the tailbone down. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the tailbone, and exhale to round. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Come to neutral with the inhale and walk your hands forward, tuck your toes and push your hips up to the ceiling. Let's pedal the feet, one heel lifts, other lowers. Keep pressing your armpits back. This is one of the best stretches that you can do for low back pain. This is helping to open up the whole lower body. Ground through your left knee. So come down. We end up in a one-leg table. Bring your right leg up, bend the knee, and lift the chin. Forehead to the knee as we exhale and round. Inhale to come up. I want you to strengthen your right glute and lift your chin. Exhale to round. Push yourself out of the floor. Two more like that, but be really intentional. The back of the body is strong here, and the front of the body is strong here. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. We're going to hold the knee in. Tuck the left toes. Inhale the right leg up to the ceiling. Bend the right knee and point the knee to the ceiling and flip so that your right hip is towards the ceiling. Keep pressing your armpits back. Notice if you can square your chest towards your left toes. Inhale the right leg back up. Exhaling the right foot to the outside of the right hand. You're just going to pick it up and move it there. Hands are now on inside the right foot, and we're bending the right knee. And then straightening the leg and bending the knee. So I'll show you from this side. We're just opening up through that right hip. We straighten and bend. Two more. You can lift the toes when you straighten the leg, access the back of the knee and the calf. And then with this last one, we will hold that low lunge. It's called lizard. And then the right foot goes back to plank. Hold your plank on your knees. Lift your chin, drop your hips in line with the spine. Inhale. Lower down as we exhale. The elbows point to the back of the room. We're coming back up with a straight spine. Inhale. Exhale and lower down, straight spine. Gaze is forward. Feel your arms work. Inhale, straight spine. Sit back to child's pose with the exhale. Inhale, coming forward to table. Tuck the toes, exhale to downward dog. Find your hands a little bit wider than shoulder distance and the hips press to the ceiling. The knees can be bent and the heels can be lifted, or straighten the knees a bit as the heels go down, but it does not matter if that reaches heels to mat. Left or right knee comes down as we exhale. Lift the left leg, inhale, lift the chin. Forehead to knee, exhale, round your back. Push yourself out of your fingers. Inhale, lift. Feel the power that you have in your hands. Exhale, squeeze. All the way from your wrists to your fingertips are engaged. Inhale, lift. The back of the left glute is strong. Exhale, squeeze. Get really small to the low belly. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Hold the knee in. Right toes tuck. Right leg straightens to a one-leg dog. The left leg up. Bend the left knee. And then try to turn your left hip to face the ceiling. Deep inhale. Keep pressing armpits to square to your right foot. And as we exhale, left foot goes to the outside of the left hand. And now we come into that low lizard stretch. Take a slow inhale. Just notice how that feels into that right hip as we exhale. Maybe you can go a little lower with the hip. Inhale to straighten the legs, draw the left toes to the ceiling, and exhale to bend the knee. I'll show you from this angle. Inhale, we straighten the leg. Exhale, we get low and bend the knee. Inhale, straight. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straight. Exhale, bend. We're gonna keep the left foot where it is. Just walk it over to the left side of your mat. Ground both hands and step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Now we bend both knees. And let's rock side to side. This is a really nice pose to open up the inner thighs, the bottoms of the feet. Start to activate some movement now as you rotate the joint of the hip. So as you go to the right, try to turn your left toes out to the left and turn the right toes out to the right. A couple more on each side. Try not to dip your head. Instead, get your chest up towards the front of the room. If you need to, block is really good here. And then we'll release. Get your legs to the back of your mat. We're in our plank once again. Inhale here. Exhale down to the knees. Stay here. Inhale. Lower down slowly as we exhale. Let's move to Cobra. So with Cobra, we've got the tops of the feet on the mat. They don't leave the mat. Squeeze your inner thighs together. The crown is towards the front wall and look about a foot in front of your mat. Your gaze is going to stay there. When you come into your Cobra, your gaze remains there. So notice I see this a lot, but I want you to try to keep your head long, or neck long, and your gaze forward, not up. Pull your shoulder blades back and feel that can really engage your upper back. Deep breath in. Hands down as we exhale, then slide them just so they're underneath your shoulders. Moving into just a gentle Sphinx, and exhale to come down. You can go as high as comfortable to you. Your hands can go a little bit farther forward to take some of the bend out. If you want to make it more intense, the hands are closer towards your lower ribs. But again, it doesn't matter how high you go. I want you to just explore what's going on with your back bend. We'll do 2 more. And with our last one, bend your knees and push your hips back onto your heels. As we inhale, walk the hands outside right of your mat, keeping the head close to the mat and the left armpit towards the floor. You can take the right hand to rest underneath your forehead or keeping both arms reaching long. Notice the left hip. Try to push it towards your left heel so we're opening up the left low back. Stay low, walk the hands outside right of the mat. And now we're pressing the right armpit down and the right hip back. Bigger breath into your right ribs. Try to really press down and out with that right hip. Draw it back. Inhale, come back through center, walking the hands to table, lifting through the hips, tuck the toes, exhale to downward dog. Inhale, bringing the feet to the center of your mat. Exhale and fold. When you come to stand, your feet are pointing directly forward, so check your feet and get them underneath your hips. A gentle bend in your knees, inhale to stand. Reaching the arms up. And as we exhale, take a hold of your left wrist and side bend to the right. Inhale to come back through center, switching the wrist. And exhale over to the left. Inhale, coming back up through center. Take the hands to interlace behind the back as we exhale. Lift the chest, lift the chin, inhale. Fold, exhale. The hands can stay on your back or maybe lift a little. It's a lot on the elbows and wrists and shoulders, so don't force it. You can let the head hang here if you'd like. Slow breath in. You can even bend the knees a little more if you need to. Exhale to release the hands down. Coming all the way up to stand as we reach the arms up. Exhaling, hands to heart. As you do this, push the palms together. Feel that activation of strength in your chest, in your shoulders, and in your back. Notice that your feet are grounded, the toes are spread, but they're not rigid. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, ground into your left foot. Right knee comes up, inhale. Exhale the foot up down, ground your right foot, inhale left knee up. And exhale down. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale down. Inhale left. Exhale down. We're going to ground into the left foot. Inhale the right knee up. Take your left hand to your left hip, your right hand to your right knee, and we're opening up the right knee to the right. Notice if the whole body started to go with you. Keep your hips square to the front, and you're using the right inner knee and palm as it presses out to the right wall. Notice if you're hunching your shoulders. Stay strong into your left thigh. Maybe lift the left kneecap. Spread the toes of your left foot. One more deep breath in here. Exhale, the knee comes back to center, and release the foot down. Whenever you come back to your Tadasana, find balance in your feet. Spread the toes of your right foot, hands to the hips, left knee comes up. Taking the left hand to the inside of the left knee and guide it out to the left. We're trying to open up the inner thigh. We're trying to open up the front of the body. Try not to hunch your shoulders and try not to sink onto that right hip. The right glute is engaged, the left thigh is strong, tailbone is pointing down, and you still want to feel that drawing in of energy from the lower belly and the pelvic floor. See if you can spread the toes here. And then coming back to center and release the foot down. Stay here, eyes closed, ground into your feet. Find that equal balance there. Inhale, coming to center at the front of the mat. Arms up, inhale. Exhale to fold, hands down. Inhale to come up halfway. Do this to lengthen your low back and feel power in your back. Exhale to fold, step the feet to plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower the knees, bend the elbows, chest in between your thumbs. Inhale to cobra, lift the chest and chin. Exhale to downward dog. Right heel lifts, inhale. Right foot between the hands, exhale. So when you come into your lunge, the hands are on either side of that right foot. The toes point directly forward of both feet. Ground your left foot and right foot and left toes. Inhale to reach the arms up. We're in our crescent warrior. You're trying to pull the left hip forward and sink the hips directly down, not back. So notice if your tailbone is pointing back, point it down. Get long into your left front thigh and push out of your left heel. Push it back, straighten your left leg. Let's reach the arms up, inhaling, crescent warrior. As we exhale, open up to warrior two. So find that opening that we created in that standing pose and you can use your right hand if you want to help open up the knee. I want you to be aware, we don't want the knee to fall inward. So using your right hand to help open the knee in line with your left foot, and let's take the arms up to the height of the shoulders. So notice how your body feels here. Shoulders are over hips. Try not to reach forward. Now notice when we breathe, the tallness of the spine, and as we exhale, we're pulling up. So you want to feel that activation. Pelvic floor, lower belly reaches tall. Take one more breath in here. Exhale to windmill the hands down, turning the left toes to point forward. We've got both hands down to the front of the mat. Step the right foot back, plank. Inhale. Exhale to lower slow, on or off your knees. Cobra, up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. When you're holding your downward dog, this is a resting pose. So use this pose ergonomically. Don't tense the body. This is when your body has to release what you just did. So if you're holding on to tension in your body here, give it a chance to let go. Take your left leg up, inhale. Take your left foot between the hands. So notice on my back foot, I'm pushing myself forward to get my knee closer and my foot where it needs to be. Now once you found your lunge, find your hips square. So right hip forward, left hip back. Both toes are pointing forward. Arms up when you're ready, crescent warrior. The right leg is straight, so think about lifting the back of the knee towards the ceiling, pushing the heel to the back of the room, but the hip to the front of the room. Now with our next exhale, we're moving to our warrior two. The left knee doesn't change, but the right hip opens up. You can use that left hand like we did standing to help open up that left knee. Right hip is still square with the shoulders. Arms to a T. Gaze over the front middle finger. Spread the fingers of both toes. Squeeze both glutes. Straighten that right leg. Inhale. Windmill the hands down. Exhale. So the right toes turn forward and the left foot goes back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale to lower slow for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna stay down. Inhale to lift the chest to cobra. And then come onto your elbows, so we're in Sphinx. The elbows are gonna help to keep the chest up. Bend your left knee and reach for your left foot with your left hand. And then come back to center and bend the right knee and the left hand reach, or right hand for right foot. And we're going side to side. So left hand, left foot, right hand, right foot. And we're trying to get some space into the chest. So try to really open up the shoulder. Look at the thumb that's turning back. And that's gonna help to create that space into the front of the body. Last 3, 2, 1, and release. Come down to child's pose. Sitting the hips back, reaching the arms forward. Inhale deeply to the back. And exhale to come up to seated. We're going to sit with the legs out wide. Doesn't matter how wide your legs are. If you need, you can sit on a block or a pillow if you prefer. Taking your right hand to the outside of your right knee, left palm faces the ceiling. Continue to reach the left palm towards the to the right wall. Left hip is going to stay down. Turn your gaze to the left inner elbow. If you're not so low, it doesn't matter. We're just trying to open up that left side. Inhaling to come back up through center, and we switch on the exhale. Notice your right hip. Press it towards the floor. Lift through the toes and squeeze the toes. Draw your right shoulder blade back a little bit. Inhale to come back up, releasing the hand down. Exhale the left foot inside of the straight right leg. Chest square to the front of the room, deep breath in, and folding forward as we exhale. It doesn't matter how far you go down. Think about drawing your left hip forward, your right hip back. Slow breath in, expanding through your upper back. And as we exhale, get a little lower. We're coming up on the inhale, reach the arms up, lean back as we exhale. Take your right foot to the outside of your mat and lift your hips. Arch your back, deep inhale, and exhale to lower down. The left foot goes forward and the right foot comes into the straight left leg. Square the chest over the left thigh and fold. Now as you're doing so, notice here the left hip draws back, the right hip draws forward. Breathe into your upper back and let it expand and lengthen through to your crown. Couple more breaths here. Next, inhale, we come up, both arms reach. Then we lean back, the right hand goes down and the left foot goes to the left edge of the mat. Lift your hips. Really try to get the hips as high as you can. Push from your left foot, right hand equally. Inhale and exhale to lower. Bring the bottoms of the feet to touch. Widen your knees, lengthen your spine, and fold forward. You can use the elbows if you'd like to draw the thighs a little closer towards the floor. Again, we're still elongating through the crown. Big breath into the chest, big breath into the back. Exhale, see if you can go a little lower. Deep breath in. And exhale to come up. We're going to make our way onto the back. When you come onto your back, bring your feet so that they're hip distance apart, and the hands will come right down by your side. Ground into your feet and notice that they're not turned out to the sides of the room. They're in line with where your knees are. Let's lift the hips up. Lower down as we exhale. Let's start to create power in the backs of the legs. So when you lift the hips, engage your hamstrings like you're trying to pull your heels towards your glutes, and lower down. Inhale up, spread the toes and equalize the weight through the heels and the forefoot. Exhale down. So keep moving with your breath, expanding the front of the body, the belly, the ribs, and then exhale to lower and feel that activation of the hamstrings and glutes. Two more. Keep spreading the toes. Lower down slow. Last one here. Inhale, we lift. Hold it up and feel that engagement in the glutes. Exhale to lower. The hips are going to stay down. Take the right ankle to the ceiling. Take the hands behind the hamstring. Press out of the heel. Spread the toes and circle the ankle really slowly. Take your time as you do this. Let's go the other way and really exaggerate the movement that you can create to the bottom of the foot. And from here, right ankle goes to the left thigh. Pull the left knee into the chest. And you can stay here or take the hands to the shin. Whichever you choose, make sure that the back of the head is supported. If you found you had to really hunch your shoulders, then just allow some release of the hands. You can hold your left shin or knee, or right shin or knee if you prefer. A couple more breaths here. Notice if your tailbone is curled off the mat. See if you can soften it down. Take one more breath. And let's release the left foot, release the right foot, taking the left heel to the ceiling, hands behind the leg, and slowly circling the ankle. Take your time, exaggerate that movement. Spreading the toes and squeezing the toes. A couple more on this side. And then the other way, really slowly. And let's hold to center. Take the left ankle to the right thigh. Take the right knee into the chest. Hands to the right shin, or hold your hands on your left foot and knee. Be aware that the upper back needs to be soft and supported here. Take another breath in. And exhale to release the right foot, release the left foot. Take your right arm out to the right, the palm down, the left hand behind the head. Inhale here, left elbow to the right knee. Exhale to twist. Inhale, open. So the leg can lengthen, and exhale, twist. If you want, the right foot can stay on your mat. For more intensity, we're reaching it up. Now notice the low back does not lift off of the mat. I want you to stay powerful, not only in the front of the body, but also the back. So notice when you lift the leg up, actively press your low back to the floor. 2 more. Last one, squeeze. And inhale, release. Left arm to the left, right hand behind the head. Inhale, push the low back down to prepare. And exhale, right elbow, left knee. And then you choose what you want to do with that left leg. Just make sure that the low back does not lift off of the mat as you're moving. Let's go. Squeeze on the exhale. Inhale to expand. The low back stays down the whole time. Push it down. 2 more. Last one. And release, bringing the knees into the chest, the hands to the knees, rocking side to side. Coming back to center, taking the hands behind the knees, rolling forward and back a few times. With our next roll up, we'll stay up. You may need your block for this one. We're trying to open up, I'll go this way so you can see me. We're trying to open up the right ankle. So sit down onto your block on your left hip. The left leg will go long and the right knee is bent. So the toes are pointing to the back of the room. We're trying to open up the front shin muscle and the ankle joint. If you don't need the block, just take it out and you're coming right down into the inside of that right knee. If it's too much, you're really gonna feel it and it's not gonna benefit you from going too far. So use your block. If you don't have a block, just lean to one side and hold your foot in that position. We're lengthening through the top of the right shin. A couple more breaths. If you want, flatten down the foot and walk back to intensify this if necessary. Continue to breathe. And we're just switching sides. So come up. If you're using your block, remove it. Straighten through the right leg, bend through the left. And then again, choose, you can sit to the inside or you can walk the hands back. So if you notice that when you come into this position that you're really arched or really tight, especially the facial expression, it's too much. So I need you to take the shape, find ease in the shape, and then if you need to go further, but be mindful of your movement. Be mindful of your intention. Also, if your knee is popping off of the mat, you're going too far. You want to still have that foundation for the support of the knee. Just a couple more breaths here. Imagine that the breath is opening up right through the front of your left hip. And we're moving from here. Lean to the right, bend both knees, and we come to table. Now we're going to stretch the bottoms of the feet. Tuck your toes under. I know this is a lot for some of us. I know when I first started it was pretty intense, but you can just come down to table pose. You're still getting that activation of the shape of the toes. If this feels okay, then just sit your hips down. Notice if that gives enough tension or movement to the toes. And if you want more, then you would walk the hands up. But I want you to be aware of how you hold this posture. Stay calm. Notice if you start tensing and thinking, when is this going to be over? You have to hold the posture with enough ease that the toe joints are aware that you're safe. They're not going to try to resist. They're not going to try to pull back. So be aware of your intention and let yourself just fall into the pose. We're not forcing it. We've just got a couple more breaths here. Notice if you can let the exhale fall from the bottoms of your feet. And this is our last one. We'll move forward. Come to seated. Get the legs directly long in front. And we're just walking the hands forward to fold. It doesn't have to be a big movement. You're going to feel it in the hamstrings, the knees, maybe the back. We're all going to have different areas that we feel this. So I just want you to be mindful, not judging, just aware of how your body is breathing in this shape. If your body is resisting in any areas, let your exhale fall away any tension. And with the next inhale, let's come up and find a little leaning back with the hips. The knees come up into the chest, and we're moving into boat pose. Now, if you need to, the hands can be behind your knees or behind your back. Choose what works for you. The legs don't need to be high, and they don't need to be straight. So choose something that works. But this is where you're going to need to activate that pelvic floor. So the low belly is really strong here. Take one more breath in, legs straight or bent. And as we exhale, let's all take the hands behind us, plant the feet in front. Reverse table. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale to lower. We've just got one more. Inhale to lift. Try to get the hips up, up, up. And exhale to lower. Good job. Get your feet to the front edges of your mat. We're still keeping the knees bent. Take the arms to the height of the shoulders. Gaze is forward. And as we inhale, we roll down. So notice one vertebrae dropping at a time. Reach the arms to the back of the room. And exhale, reach the arms forward and pull yourself up. If you have to, use your hands or take your hands behind your knees. Inhale, reach back. And exhale, come up. If you need to, pull yourself up with your hands. Push yourself up if you need. We've got 3 more. Inhale, go back. Exhale, go up. Squeeze. Inhale, go back. Exhale up. Get all your air out when you come up. In last one, inhale back. Exhale up and squeeze. Let's take the hands to the backs of the knees, coming on to the back. Bringing the feet to the ceiling, the hands to the ceiling, and circle the wrists and ankles slowly. And let's go the other way. Holding to center. Allow the eyes to close. Let the hands soften. Let the ankles, the knees, the toes soften. Just using enough strength to hold the arms and legs up. Slow your breath down. Taking your left hand to your belly and your right hand to your chest. Bend your right knee to the mat, right foot down. Bend the left knee, take the left foot down. Walking your heels to the front corners of your mat. Allow the eyes to remain closed. Adjust the hips if you need to. Make yourself comfortable. Breathe underneath your left palm. As you're inhaling, feel that the left palm lifts with your breath. And as you're exhaling, feel the softness underneath your left palm. Breathing in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Notice how you feel here. Scan your body. Notice if you're holding residual tension in your shoulders, your hips, your ankles, your jaw, your eyes. Letting everything go here. Giving yourself this time now for the body to recuperate, regenerate, and heal. Slowly and mindfully start to move, bringing your knees to your chest, rolling on to one side and making our way up to a seat. I'm going to use the block to sit on just as we began. So once you find your seat, create a smile. Bring your left palm to your heart center and your right palm to the back of that palm. And close your eyes. Feel the energy that you can manifest from within you. Realize how powerful you are, how powerful each one of us is. And when we are together, that power is exponential. And even though we can't be closer than 6 feet, our energies are much, much wider than that. So I am feeling your energy through these waves, and you are feeling mine. We are always sharing energy. So notice the energy that you are putting out. And remember that we are all part of one another. So notice, if you can, when you see someone who's a little down, you have the ability to either bring them up or go down with them. We have that power to bring each other up. See if today you can take the time to just be with others mentally instead of physically, energetically providing them with support and love and compassion and healing. We have that power. So maybe here, let's think of someone in your life that you're truly grateful for. Picture them in your mind and how they make you feel. And see how easy that is to bring them energy in. And once we've created that energy, we can now allow that energy to expand from within us and outward to others who need it. And that's how this energy works. We're all connected. Let's use our powers wisely to help everyone in the world that needs it. Smile big. Take your palms together at your heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. Have a wonderful Saturday, if you can believe it. It's another week has gone by. Have a great day. Namaste. Let me know what you guys think of that. It was a little bit of a slower practice. We got into the hips a little bit. A little